Hi friends, MD Vegan. I'm making fruit salad today. Fruit salad with a macadamia cream. Macadamia with hemp seeds. I do that first. It is a fruit salad with gentle fruit. I have a sweet and gentle flavor, like melon, for example. I have a melon, I have a pear and grapes. So just for you to know what this dressing is for, I have 3 bananas, or 2 or 3 bananas, a handful or half a cup of macadamias. Yeah, bananas, ripe bananas. They are really nice. Almost taste like cinnamon already, that ripe. And some macadamias here. They have rather a savory flavor, I would say, whereas cashews are more in the direction of sweet. Though all these nuts have plenty of flavors, they have a complex flavor profile. Yeah, and many flavors in that flavor, all nuts. But in general, at first perception, I would say cashews rather sweet and soft, macadamias rather firm and rather savory. Yeah. If you make a cheese, with either, you understand that the cashew cheese is softer, and the macadamia cheese is firmer and a little bit more savory, like a cheese more, like a firm cheese. So, just to let you know a little bit about the flavor and the texture of macadamias as opposed to cashews. And so it's not that sweet here. Yeah. There's a sweetness, of course, but it's tempered a little bit with the sweetness. And the same here is for the hemp seed. I have wild hemp seed, 2 large tablespoons. That is what we need every day of omega-3 fatty acids, a very healthy, essential fat. It is not in too many plants we eat, but it is in hemp seeds, it is in flax seeds, it is in chia seeds, it's in walnuts mainly, and also in algae. That's the main sources. And we have to have a certain amount daily. We don't get it from ourselves, we have to eat it. It's essential nutrients, that is called. We need them from outside. So the hemp seeds, they have a little bit of a gentle, but a little bit of sharp flavor too. They're not sweet at all, as compared to, let's say, I don't know, nuts, let's say nuts in general. Or they have a little bit of a sharp flavor. And that's why also I put them together here with bananas and macadamias, because, and not with lemons. That is my main point here. It's not so fortunate to put a lemon into blended hemp seeds or chia seeds, or also not flax seeds. All these very important omega-3 fatty acid sources, they don't go very well with lemon. It turns out bitter and sharp, and that's not nice. So maybe you can do that if you add more ingredients to the lemon. Maybe then you can play with this bitter flavor and overrule it. But when you have a very simple recipe, just bananas, nuts, and hemp, for example, 3 ingredients only, I wouldn't put lemon in there actually, because then the bitter flavor is very strong. So just to let you know, if you want to play with nuts and seeds and when you have your omega-3 fatty acids with the hemp seeds, I would be cautious. I would caution you with lemon. I put in a little bit of water, just to begin. I don't want to have it too runny, because it has to be a dressing for a fruit salad, and it shouldn't be too firm and too runny. Once there is too much water in there, I can't take it out again without making a huge amount of dressing. So I want to have just a little bit of water to begin with. I always can add a little bit of water later. Blender dance. There is this hemp flavor, little metal-ish flavor from the hemp. There's also have that also with flax seeds. Yeah, and that is nicely carried away with this macadamia. It plays nice. They're similar. They're pretty similar. And I like this. So the banana here makes it sweeter, and now it's still a little bit coarse because I blended only once. Macadamias are firm. They need a second blending. Now they're broken down into smaller pieces, very small pieces, but now they can soak quickly. While I show you my other ingredients for the fruit salad, the main ingredients, this is going to soak now a little bit, and then I will blend a second time to get the right texture and the right flavor too. Flavor changes with the texture because just for the simple fact that then when it is very smooth, the particles, the pieces are even smaller and they reach many more points on the tongue where the flavor is felt. That's why the texture is, of course, important with the flavor. Sometimes it can be important to have a little bit more coarser pieces, and sometimes it's important to have them smoother, but in these dressings, usually, I would use the smoothest possible. That's also good, very good for the nutrient intake. Some people are concerned that smoothies might not be so healthy because the cells are broken down. The opposite is the case, actually. There's scientific study that with a smoothie, you blend the ingredients, the power blender, for example, when it's very strongly blended, you get the most of the food. You get the most of the nutrients into the system, and that's what we want. Usually. Okay, always exceptions. Here, there is a melon. This sweet melon. It's not a honeydew melon. I don't know the name now. It's a long yellow melon. Don't know the name. One of these yellow melons. Honeydew melons are round, a little bit greenish. I don't know the name of the melons. Yeah, I take them from the grocery and bring them home, and I know that it tastes like, you can take any kind of melon you want. I wouldn't take a watermelon here. I have them rather on its own, like I love watermelon beyond. Can eat only watermelon. But here for these kind of melons here, these sweet melons are wonderful for a fruit salad. Large pieces, light, pleasant flavor, very nice characteristic. And I don't want to put too many different flavors on top of it. Just here the grapes. I have some blue grapes here and a pear. 2 pears or so I have here in small pieces. So they are sweet, have a gentle flavor both, a lot of sweetness here. And now I come back to my dressing. The sweet flavor from these ingredients here, this fruit, goes nice with this little bit savorish flavor of my macadamia hemp seed cream, banana cream. So that's why I also use this dressing to give it a sweet, very sweet fruit together with this slightly savory one. And on top of it, I'll show that later, comes a very sweet and sour flavor that usually would not go together with a hemp seed, but with this fruit salad, I think it might be the right zing to make this salad nice. Give it a little topping here. That is an idea for me, just to have 3 parts. You have a main part, put a dressing, part 2, and then you top the whole thing with a little crown, like these passion fruit I'll show you in a moment. So now I go back to my dressing. I will blend one more time. The blender dance. The second blending usually doesn't take that long because it has been soaking already, and then it is quick. Yeah, Also depends on your blender. Maybe you want to blend a little bit longer. Absolutely no problem. Main point is make it creamy, give it a nice texture. You can feel it. I would say the texture is okay. I wouldn't need to put more water in there, just with regard to the texture. Maybe the flavor would tell me something else. Let's see. No. I can already feel the kinship to this melon flavor. It's really interesting. Wait a second. I put just to give it a try, just an ever so small amount of water to give it a little bit of twist. I think texture might require a little bit more water. Sometimes it is so that when you have the right amount of water, the flavor and the texture is the best you can have for the best flavor effect. When you have a little bit too little water, it seems to be too dense. Yeah, the dressing would be too dense a little bit, and you don't have the full flavor can unfold. That's why it might be a droplet of water more needed. I'll try that now. It doesn't cost me about a minute. Sometimes it's just the smallest amount that makes a significant difference. Also with salt, use no salt in there of course, but with salt it's oftentimes you just hit the right point with the amount of salt and then it's perfect. A little bit too little, it doesn't really taste as it should. A little bit too much is ruined. So that has physical reasons, because the salt, and that is the same with the water, they are crucial for our survival, because you know the cells are made in a way the water has to go in and out of the cells to make us thrive. The nutrients are transported into the cells through the cell walls, the membranes, and to make this work, to put the water, to make the water go into the cells and out when it's needed, the salt is needed. Without the salt, this wouldn't work. So water and salt, very crucial moments here, and that's why here also, I guess, it is so important to pick the right amount of water. Yeah, it's like a perfect point. Let's taste it again. I'm not sure if that was the case here. Just want to try it. Yeah, it was a little bit too dense. It might be a subjective, personal impression. You try that for yourself if you want to do that. I just wanted to show you. And here is my salad, and here is the dressing. You see that beautiful white creaminess here flowing over the salad. It's not too much dressing. It gives it a little bit of coating, every single fruit. I'll put the rest on top with a scraper later. It's not needed now. I won't throw it away. Be sure. I just don't need to do it now for what I want to show you. This I will not throw it away. I will take it out, the rest. But for now, that's all I need to do. Yeah, it's a perfect amount here. Looks beautiful to me. I'll show you in a moment. And I guess it's tasted also very nice. These ingredients together. You know, it's so simple to make a fruit salad. All you need is a little bit of love and compassion, you know, and taste. Yeah. I combine always something new to find out something new. Today it is the grape, the melon, and the pear. I just felt they are pretty close and they could be playing nicely together. And then I have a new dish, you know, basically. And the dressing here, I think about what dressing could I make. I think about omega-3. There's always a question. I need it every day. So how do I get my omega-3? Do I eat a walnut, a handful of walnuts? Do I put walnuts in a dressing? Or hemp seeds or chia seeds? You know, there are some markers for my everyday food. Yeah, I don't check them all every time. But you know, in general, I go a little bit along these markers and helps me a lot to create my daily meals. And here is what I want to show you on top. This is my little crown here, my topping, my garnish. That's passion fruit. 5 or 6 passion fruit that are brown and round, have this size, about this size, little balls, like a tennis ball, a little bit bigger, but brown or violet, purple. And it's inside. It's a whole inside here. The seeds mainly, and this yellowish liquid that's around the seeds. You see? I cut them open and scrape them out with a spoon, and they look a little bit strange if you don't know them yet, but they have a flavor so unique. I would say passion fruit has the most exciting sweet sour flavor, sour sweet flavor. It is so characteristic. It's all called maracuya, passion fruit. I love this sweetness. It's a nice crunch, you know, when you eat the seeds, they crunch. And then of course there's protein in the seeds. Seeds are very healthy usually. That's a good thing. But you also have this wonderful sweet and sour flavor. And that's what I expect to make the difference here for this breakfast. It's a breakfast actually for me. I will use it as a breakfast. And you see, isn't that beautiful? You say, now the passion fruit is running down here. I have to be careful a little bit. It's a little bit too full. I wanted to make it a little bit more beautiful for the camera, but I'm careful. Too much and it runs over. Always happens with passion fruit. It's too much always. Yeah, but it's super delicious. I'm sure I will eat it later in a moment. First I have to do some things here and wash up and everything, and then make a photo, and then I'll enjoy. And that's my breakfast, and I guess it will keep for some time because there's a lot in there. There's protein, there is omega-3 fatty acids, a lot of carbohydrates, the energy, the calories are in the carbohydrates mostly. And yeah, that's basically what I need. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe MDV on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.